Alright, yeah, I believe we're currently live. That one to there. Okay, so technically speaking, today OBA Paladin is currently not with us. He had to do something for the Sunday, so I said, hey, you know what? This Sunday is actually technically speaking Father's Day. And so we're going to actually exit Discord real quick. But yes, uh, this Sunday is Father's Day, so please happy Father's Day to all the fathers, would-be fathers, our fathers, used to be fathers, or just grandfathers, who knows, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, but point is, happy Father's Day. If you are watching it during Father's Day, hey, you know what, why not? My name is Villainous V. Hello, everyone. I am the host of Tenno Live. Again, AOB Paladin's currently not here because he's got stuff to do, and you know what? He doesn't have to be on all the time, but when he is on, it's always fun. But today, we're going to be talking about Orxia and the future of Warframe. Let me back my mic up just a little bit because I don't know about you guys, but I am loud. And, you know, whatever you're going to do with that. Anyways, before anything, please help us out and like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Whenever we upload, you'll be the first to know, or go live if YouTube feels like it. All right. So before we get into any of the nitty gritty details today, I want to actually go over a few, not sponsors, but people I personally want to shout out. So today's first shout out, because I finally remember how to do this stuff, is today I want to shout out this month is Men's Mental Healthness. Mental Healthness. Today, this month is Men's Mental Health Month awareness, please, yo, homies. I know we all have those moments in our lives where everything kind of seems bleak. I get it, I understand, but listen, your mental health is just as important as everyone else's. So, to all the homies live, just remember, if you need help, please go get it. All right, I would rather you tell me your story than have to hear about your story from someone else. So, please go get your mental health checked out. Don't really have a website that's sponsoring anyone, so like go where you can. But hey, you know what? There's another thing you can do if you really want to. You can, and hold on, because I am a one-man band here. You can go to Timcast and join us on the Discord. They are not sponsored, but we like to shout them out because we are on the Timcast Discord Warframe thread. Hey, listen, I like playing Warframe, but I like playing Warframe with people who also have the same general thought processes as I do. There's a lot of crazy people, but hey, you know what? On the Discord, you can hang out with like-minded people, and you could start some crazy stuff, like I don't know, maybe a podcast. Just like here, hell, you could be possibly one of the people we have on for a guest. All right. The next thing I do want to shout out is go over to that one. I want to shout out my friend's book, Transformations: Finding Your Authentic Self. Haven't read the book, but shouting out during this Pride Month because we love our Pride Month. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, no, definitely take a quick look at it. If you like it, hey, you know what, go for it. If not, comment below or comment in any of our videos. Why not? Or yell at me on X because guess what? I'm also on X and be like, hey V, I read it. It was great. Or hey V, I read it. It was horrible. Don't do it again. Who knows? Doesn't matter to me. My point is that it's up there. So that was it. Yes, I have notes for today because I wanted to make sure I was on task. Lastly, because this is Pride Month and we like to shout out all the people for Pride Months, today I'm shouting out the fire department, the ENTs, and yes, the police. Hell, I even go a step further and say, you know what? Thank you, ICE, doing Lord's work. I know a lot of people are going to say that's a spicy way to put it on today, man. Why would you shout out ICE? Uh, hey, you know what? as someone who loves legal migrants, love them. Sorry if you are a illegal immigrant who came to this country through illegal ways, or you still overstayed your visa, or you crossed the border. I'm really sorry about that. But there's a process, and if you skip the process, it's kind of like fraud. But hey, this isn't about politics; it's about Warframe. But I do want to shout out to all the police officers, the ENTs, and the fire department. You men and women are the real heroes of the world. Definitely. Also, the volunteer fire departments. Not gonna forget about you. You guys are the real heroes of the world. All right. With all that out of the way, today I wanted to be talking about the oh, that's right. I got that. Move that over to here. I want to talk about Orexia and the essentially, I want to talk about the new shit going on in Warframe because we're gonna have some new stuff happening. And June 25th, Orexia will be coming, and we will be going over all of her kit. If you didn't see yesterday, they did have, or Pablo did make a video going over her whole kit. We will be going over it live. I've already watched it, so it's not really a live reaction, but I guarantee you will give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So, as you can see, when Warframe does come out, when Isle Weaver does hit, we will be going over this as well. It's going to be well out for Sunday, so we'll give you some stuff live. All right, so we will have Operation Eight Claw. This one is going to be it's going to be like they have for all the other Warframes that's been coming out. It's the hey, listen, we understand you want to play this Warframe right away. This is an operation to kind of get some of the stuff almost immediately. You are going to have to play the quest for it, but it'll help you out get her real quickly. So farm the hell out of it while it's available. One of the spoilers is you will be also getting the new Signa, the Invictus. I don't know how I feel about that one. It's a very interesting. I'm indifferent on it. All right, all right, all right. Yep, it's a joke. It's a bad joke, but it's a joke. And yes, I am indifferent on it. It's funny that it is pretty much the indifference, or at least a little bit of Void Angel. It does have three uh, stages to unlock, so I don't know exactly if that's the first stage, if that's the last stage. That could be the first stage. It could be the middle one. I don't know. So I'm going to hold my judgment until afterwards. So let's keep scrolling down because the last thing that they kind of spoiled here is a new incarnate weapon will be coming in the new update. Uh, Say hello to the next heavy scythe. Now, when I saw this, my eyes lit completely up because, oh my god, I love heavy scythes. I mean, Hesper, after I made it a heavy attack weapon, mwah. The Chlorophyll, heavy attack weapon, mwah. I can't wait to see what this is going to bring. Hopefully, it's not going to be just another heavy attack weapon. If it is, though, I'm still going to use it because I love me heavy attack weapons. But that's another, that's another day's discussion. So let's mosey on over to the last tidbit here where we go over it with Pablo. I want to say the audio is going to work, so cross your fingers. Let me make sure everything is Gucci. If you are just joining us, hello, how are you? All right, let me move you over here. All right, cool beans. All right, let's go. I'm hoping all that was open. By the way, OBS Studio. I only have like 2 monitors, so I'm hoping you guys saw all that stuff. If not, I don't know what to tell you. All right.
Hello, hello. I'm here to talk to you about Orxia, our latest Warframe, our spider Warframe. She was not a myth, but she is a legend. Her passive is whenever she wall latches, she becomes invisible for a few seconds. So as long as you wall latch every now and then, you can go about your business undisturbed. You'll see how that plays into the rest of her kit later. For her one, whenever you get an enemy below 50% or in mercy range, they get that mark above their heads. And then you can use her one to instantly kill them and gain a bunch of orbs out of them. So you get health orbs and energy orbs. The amount depends on your power strength. So
All right. So her first ability, or her passive is actually her passive is completely different, but her first ability, I definitely like. Uh, I'm gonna say you right now, I definitely love her first ability. That being, it's kind of like Garuda's first ability, where you're able to just fall on someone and instantly kill them. I do like that they mark them if they're below 50%, and you can go after them. I want to say it's kind of like a combination of Garuda with Citrine on this ability because, as he said, you fall below 50% or something like that. Goes with power strength, and that's gonna be really good. I like this. It's definitely more of a support thing. Who knows? I might even change it out for something else. Uh, it might be that. I don't know. I will definitely hold my. I don't hold my judgment for it. I do like it. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. I do. I mean, it is a nice support ability, and I have a funny feeling either that one or the web ability might be her uh, Helmuth ability. So I think that's definitely going to be something I'm going to want to invest into. We'll see, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
it is pretty useful. For her two, you create this web, and as you can see, you capture all of them here. And they get their health broken, so that means they take extra damage from attacks. So they're quite vulnerable to you right now. For her tree, she will set everyone with toxin, and then as you kill them, they'll start spawning little guys. So look at that, that's my little scuttler. A little friendo that has joined the battle.
Okay. So before we keep going, I gotta break this up because copyright and stuff. So her second ability is pretty much a CC and the damage vulnerability. I do like it. This one's going to be definitely one you're going to want to hold on to, just because. Just a quick splash. Now my question is for that ability. Uh, when you do hit one area and then hit a different area, is it going to be like Frost's bubble where you kind of have to you only get like 4 of them and so you can only get 4 shots of it, or is it going to be a little bit different in which you just spam it and doesn't matter, it's just the area of which you are going to be hitting people? Probably scales with the range. Oh, definitely scales with range, but it also probably scales with power, strength, and duration. So that's definitely going to be one you're going to want to have because a little bit of CC and damage vulnerability is really good, especially if you're going to combine it with her first ability. I think this Warframe is going to be a more of a casting one. Like, okay, so when I mean more of a casting one, is you're going to use most of her abilities to cast, and then you're going to supplement them with side stuff. So like you'll have one gun for just what do you want? But you're going to want to supplement all your stuff. So your first weapon is going to be a weapon that you're going to want to have for your main primary damage dealing, and then your second one's going to be something to either uh, the tome to help you with your abilities. So I say if you're getting decent amount of health and energy and crowd control and crowd controlling ain't bad. You could probably take out her maybe her first ability and put in something along the lines of I don't know. You could probably put in something. No, okay. Here you go. What you probably could do for this whole thing is you could probably take the Firax uh, spear gun and use it as I want to say it was that one. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one. And you could use it as a grouping area, or you could take the first ability out and then put in uh, airburst. Put it in with what the fuck is it called? The augment, and then that way you can get more damage downrange. So your secondary is going to be your primary means of damage dealing, and your primary weapon is going to be more of a I put status on them, plus I can kind of group them together. So I think that would be a pretty good idea for if you're trying to do more of a CC than anything. And then that way you can blam, blam, kabam. But the third ability is going to be actually kind of interesting. Not gonna lie. You're able to summon a bunch of little spiders that run around and stuff. So you could even, theoretically speaking, make a summoner build. I said theoretically speaking, you could make a summoner build. I know one of the builds I was kind of hoping to make, and I need to test this out on the 25th. But I was actually going to be doing a Korra or a Inaros, or maybe even we'll decide on that one. I might even go for a what the hell is it? A Necros summoner build because I want to say all three of them technically count as a summoner. Unfortunately, for Korra, the only summonable is Venari. It's a Venari. Brain can't brain. I'm still waking up. But we're gonna keep going. But yeah, no, the darts in front of you and then summoning little guys. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. So far, first ability, okay. Second ability, okay. Third ability, okay. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook.
And basically, as they die from being marked by the tree, they'll all start creating little spiders that will now come help me. As you can see, now they're all getting range, so you can come in and eliminate them after the fact. So look at my little army over here. Attack! Now for the fourth one, I become a spider. I gain the ability to go on four legs. As you can see, my health got increased significantly. It's double plus whatever you have in strength. And when I tap shift, I can web into any wall and wall latch forever. So you can basically be going from wall to wall with this, and it is quite powerful to work along with your passive because obviously you stay stealth as long as you're in it. And as you can see, the mobility is quite big. You can also use it on the ground. So essentially it replaces your roll. So I can just use this and travel pretty quickly with this. And obviously if I use it on the wall, that's when I actually wall latch and become invisible. And then from here I can use it directly to kill enemies with my one. And also, well, obviously I kind of dilly-dallied a little bit, so most of my scufflers are gone. I only have 3 of the little ones.
All right. So, yeah, her fourth ability is going to be her into the Spider-Verse, essentially. Trying to make that a joke. It didn't land, but whatever. I do like it. It does look like it increases your health. So I believe her passive for her her passive is she gets up to an additional 1,000 health. I think it's for every finisher. I want to say it's for every finisher. So I don't mean like every every one finisher she gets 1 point of health. I think it's every finisher she gets like maybe 100 or something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but like basically she's gonna get a lot more health. Uh, so I think the real question for her, if you're gonna mod her, arcane wise, definitely arcane arachne. If you're going to be using the fourth ability a lot, which I know I will. Arcane Arachne is going to be really good for a more aggressive form of play. If you're doing more stealth, I would definitely say, what was I think it was Crepuscular? No, hold on.
But you know,
I
she's
have.
still doing
Stop
some work
you!
over there.
Stop you! Sorry, I got Warframe also pulled up, so. It was Crepuscular. I was correct. Yeah, no, definitely Crepuscular wouldn't be a bad idea because you are going to be invisible, and then you get that you get that times multiplier, and it looks like she's going to be another Ivara. That ability on its own is going to be another Ivara, and I'm hoping if they do make an augment, they don't make it so that the augment is basically the exact same thing as Ivara, because that's going to take away from her. So I'm hoping it's going to be something completely different. Uh, she definitely doesn't give off the vibe of what do I want to say? She doesn't give off the vibe of. It's more of a DPS with maybe a tad of survivability. Really hard to tell, but definitely DPS. And while you're in Spider State, you will all your weapons, bam, hit with toxin. So one of the things you're definitely going to want to think about when you make stuff like this is, am I going to put Arcane Blight on? Because if you put Arcane Blight on, that'll increase crit damage, and I believe it's multi-shot more than uh, Arcane Frostbite. Frostbite does more multi-shot than crit damage. So I would highly suggest, if you're definitely going to be having a primary weapon that's not grouping them together, I would probably go with that. I don't know about using a melee weapon while in this form, so you're probably going to be focusing more on guns than anything. But I do like the idea is while you're in this form, all your weapons are hit with toxin. Again, gives me a little bit of vibes of Saren. So this Warframe is kind of a combination of a different Warframes. But I do like what's kind of going on. I'm hoping for the future of Warframe, we're not going to have just a bunch more Warframes that are just combinations of the older ones. Just because that might be a little. But let's let Pablo finish it.
Also, while I'm in the spider form, all my attacks deal toxin damage, and enemies I kill do a toxin nova around it. So it's pretty good to spread that. Synergizes great with Archon continuity, for example, if you want to spread corrosive all over the place, or with some of the shards. And yeah, that's about it. That's how Orxia works. As you can see, it's pretty fun to just kind of web around. Just it's just a very different way to play around and move, but it's a lot of fun, and you can keep stealthy while having your little army of spiders. Which, let's get some out, and then using your wand to finish any of the victims that are weakened out, and you can sustain all your energy needs and health needs. That's it. Hope you.
All right. So that is officially it for that video. We're gonna move over to Warframe. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. Okay, but yeah, I would probably say definitely you want to start farming up for the corrosive shards, because you're gonna need at least 2 of them. You get 2 of them, you don't have to worry about it. Also, I think what's gonna be really interesting, and this is me just kind of going out there, actually, you could, theoretically speaking, turn Orexia into a support frame. Now, it's an out there idea. Don't get me wrong, but hold on here. So, let's just say, I don't know, you decide to get a primary or a secondary weapon that has, no, I think it's just for primaries, cold. So we'll say, I don't know, what's a good hit with here. So either Cedo or maybe even where the hell is it? My brain can't brain. Scourge, probably another one that wouldn't be a bad idea. Or even Torrid. If you put just cold on there, just cold. Again, just hold on. Let me cook. Get the process. So if you put just cold on, and then put on Shivering Contagion, you'll be able to spread statuses around, right? Well, if you have Toxin on all your weapons and Corrosive, and actually you could probably even take Corrosive because you'll be immediately getting it because of your ability, and then because of Archon Continuity turns into Corrosive, and with your Archon Shards removes a lot more armor. What you actually could do is spread a boatload of statuses all over the place. So say let's really go over here. Okay, so we need at least cold. So cold is going to be the first one. Actually, let's Shivering Contagion. Bam. All right. Then we're going to need some cold. So let's go get us some cold. Where is my cold? Cold Frostbite, right? No, it's not Frostbite. It is. Is it Frostbite? I'm seeing everything. Rhyme Rounds. There it is. Okay, so Rhyme Rounds. Bam. And let's say, I don't know, we want some multi-shot. Because we are sadistic sons of guns. Actually, no. You want just regular. Yeah, you want just regular for this one, because actually, it does give more. Split chamber is 90% versus I get the 10. So if you do get a kill, it goes up a little bit more. So cold, bam. Already corrosive, even better. Since we are spreading statuses, I would suggest this one, and then where is the radiation one? So kablamo. Alright, look at that. You already have all that stuff. On top of that, we can also put bam into there. So we have radiation, magnetic, cold, and corrosive. We can already spread 4 statuses just like that. We could probably even put gas on there if we were really trying. And that's going to be even cooler. But give me a second. So thermal and that one. Oh, look at that. Okay, so no, we don't need that. Close. Son of a gun. Huh. Okay, that's probably not the greatest idea. Really? It's just those two. Am I losing my head here? There we go. Okay. So yeah, we have radiation, magnetic, cold, gas, and corrosive all slapped onto one. And then what you can do is to increase it. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be a real damage dealer. And if you really want to, you could increase the explosion range. So you could take out something. I'm not suggesting it. If you do, though, um, you would have to get rid of those two. So you are going to be getting rid of your gas, which is fine because you could always add additional shenanigans. What would be good? What would be something really good? Probably fire rate. I would assume fire rate, but we'd also want our explosion a little bit bigger, so firestorm. I don't think I have the prime variant of it. No, I do. I do. There it is. Bam. Take that off. Okay, and then I got 10 left. What would be a good, real, just something I could put on? I mean, you could put this on there to increase fire rate. Oh, okay, it's not by much, but it's by enough. All right, so yeah, this could be your status spreader if you're really feeling it, really feeling up for it. 3 meters, and then you'd be able to just pepper everything. Does that need kills? Nope, that just needs status. And we're already spreading a boatload of statuses. I mean, it's down to 72%, but we are going to be spreading a boatload of statuses. And those statuses are going to be spread to everyone else. So I think this is actually a not bad idea. Now, again, this is just spreading statuses. It might be okay. It may not be okay. I'm not 100% sure. But I think that'd be really good for putting it onto Orxia and then having a damaging weapon. So it's one of those things where it's a thought. I want to take the stigma out of weapons always having to deal damage to be good. All right. Because it is just me, we're going to be doing the rest of the time talking about... Oh, controller's dead. Well, it's off, but... Come on. There we go. Alright. Oh, wait. Did I have the right... I'm going to say I have the right things for it. Exposure... Yeah, that'll work. That works. It works a lot. Yeah, okay. Now, my idea for this build is going to be predicated more on the... Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be more of a summoner build. And then, what I mean by summoner, I mean, like, yeah, Venari is going to be your only thing, but you'll have a good, what, 5 cats running around? And they're going to be all highly damaging ones.
Operator, incoming transmission. It's from Fortune.
But the future of Warframe is going to be kind of interesting. And I say it's going to be kind of interesting because if for Warframe, oh shoot, I gotta focus.
You don't get the goods ever. Also, the bleeders Alad sold the tech to will try to kill you.
That's what you get for not, like, for just ciphering constantly. Ah, damn. I feel bad. But, yeah, I think the future Warframe, a lot of Warframes from here on out are actually going to be rather interesting. Like, we're not going to have a whole lot of original frames. I mean, I know one of the frames I would very much like to have. Alright, where are you at? One of my frames I would very much like to have is basically Legion from Titanfall 2. But I know that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, it's one of those things where I personally would like to have it, but I know it's not going to happen. Come on, let's go. Oh wow, that's way over there. But yeah, for the time being,
Demo units looking to depart this mortal
this
world.
particular
Keep it clear
build,
of that conduit.
I know I should put Everlasting War on, and then be able to recast it whenever I want to slow enemies around me down. That's the idea of the build, where it's just going to be that. But for the time being, it just kind of is. So I have it at the set duration, and then you just got to use the ability. And the reason why I say you would put the augment on to keep it going, but for the time being, it's not going to be working the way I want it to. All right, come on, there we go. And when I say it's not going to be working the way I want it to, is I want to use it to trigger duplex bond,
Fiddling with an incoming routine.
and then I want it to trigger. Like yeah, so I got to use I got to use that stuff. Oh nope, they're still over there. So I need to spend 100 points of energy, and right now I think. Hold on, let's let me double check. Okay, work rate doesn't. 75. Okay, I thought it was actually gonna be a little bit more, but it's not. So whatever. That's not bad idea. That's not bad, but yeah. And I mean, I'll have a constant thing of armor, so I'll be fine. I will be meleeing the crap out of everything, so with every kill, I will be getting some stuff. I will be moving around a lot of stuff for this build, but I think it's going to be kind of good.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
Ooh, shoot.
You're not done.
All right, yeah, but we do have ways of healing ourselves, especially with killing enemies and getting an increase to armor and health regen. So it's not that we're completely screwed, but like it's one of those things. Currently, I think this build needs a little bit more tweaking, but I think in the end it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, the future Warframe,
We're in the wind.
how do I feel about it? Because, like, I don't know how many more frames we're actually going to get. Because right now we're almost up to, what was it? I think we're at 60. And that's a lot of frames. Like, not going to lie, that's a lot. Actually, do we have the current count for Warframes?
This place isn't the same. Too new.
Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 times 3, which is what? 36 minus 2, because I have duplicate and that, so we'll say it's 61 frames as of right now. And that's a lot. Like, I don't know how many more additional things we can actually get for all of these. And I don't know what else they could do. And so it's going to be interesting for future Warframe. Like, what else are they going to be doing? Because I know currently they have a lot of exalted primaries. We have pseudo-exalted weapons. We have exalted secondaries. Are we even have an exalted primary, actually? Yeah. Melee primary, secondary. I'm wondering, again, personally, would absolutely die for a exalted heavy gun. Minigun, but that's just me. It would be more of a tank. Would be really nice, or even exalted frame with Sevagoth. And you know, I actually haven't played the Ghost with the most. Kind of feel like playing the Wraith, so we are going to do some fun stuff with that. Because why not? Let's go.
I could have lots of little babies.
So we just did that. Let's solo so that it pauses. Let's do some Steel Path while we talk, though. Oh, I know. Okay, that's an exterminator for there. Let's do that one. Oh, wow. It has been some time since I used Sevagoth, so this is going to be real fun. Normally I would use Inaros, but I think the next thing for the future of Warframe, we might be getting introduced for TennoCon, second star chart. Now, some people might go, what do you mean by second star chart? Like, that's a lot to dump on someone. Second star chart could mean anything. Okay, really? I was gonna say, normally you guys die pretty bloody quickly. Yeah, hold on. Okay, we're doing good here. We're doing good.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, this is an exterminate. Okay. I picked the wrong one for this one. Alright, we'll go down there and we're gonna do Kablamo. Yep, Kablamo. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, I think new star chart might be a future thing, and I say that. Oop. I say that with the. I say that with no real backing, but if they're going to be going back to their basic stuff, I say that in a sense of what are they trying to do? Right now, they're trying to go back to the indifference. Some people were even saying, like, oh, there's planets. Are we talking about Tau? And it's like, well, if we are talking about Tau, Tau is another completely different star system. The Orkin were leaving to go there. Like, that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm like, Star Chart 2? I don't think that's going to be a thing. Because that's a lot to program in. But you never know. Star Chart 2 would be kind of interesting. Yoinks. I would love to see it though.
Hey dreamers, we are up and ready to party.
Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Oh wait, no, I did the wrong one. It's the first ability. That's the embrace. Oh no! No, you don't. No, you don't. You're right, there's no salvation. You're gonna die. Alright, where you at? Is that you? Oh no! It's in. And you turned off my gloom, you son of a gun. Turning people's abilities off and shit.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
You
unit
should
approaching.
know. Didn't your mama ever tell you not to touch people's stuff? Now, I know what you're thinking, V, why did you turn off your gloom to turn it right back on? Well, I do have the one thing that increases the power strength of the ability, so... yeah. It's the... oh, hello! Yeah, let's go out and gather all you guys up. But yeah, definitely Star Chart number 2. It's going to be interesting what they put on there. So we are definitely going to, I wouldn't say we're definitely going to get Star Chart number 2, but if we are getting Star Chart number 2, my question is, like, how many planets are going to be on there? What are they going to be of? And are they going to be planets or are they going to be sections? We don't even know what's going on. Like, the amount of information we currently have about the Tau system is so limited. We might even be seeing more, what the hell is it called? We might even see more stuff to do with the Indifference, with the Man in the Wall, which kind of is the same thing. And I don't know where things go. Would love to know. It's just going to be a very interesting thing from here. I'm wondering if we're even going to get something along the lines of, like, I wonder what boss fights we're going to be getting. If we do get a second Star Chart, and what Steel Path might even look like in there. Or is it going to be introducing, hey guys, the raid finally coming back? I know right now everything's speculative, and they did say that they were eventually going to bring the raid back, but I haven't seen it, so just because I haven't seen it though does not mean it does not exist. But it would be kind of interesting. A lot of people were also saying that Pazul, yes, Eros with the ram's head, might be a boss. And I think he would definitely make a good boss, an Archon boss, just because I think it's one of those things where Warframe kind of has him right now, but they haven't done anything with him. And he's just been kind of sitting there. Like, he exists in the way that, like, everyone exists for the time being. So I'm hoping Warframe's not going to do what they usually do and go, oh, look, it's a cool new thing, and then don't bother using them ever again. If they do that, not going to lie, I am going to be mad. Like, oh, that was a really cool idea. Too bad we don't really care. So I'm hoping they keep Pazul. I'm hoping it's going to be something really cool in the sense that, like, it's a raid boss, and I'm hoping the raid is actually going to be something that you have to have people to do for. I remember when I was playing the raid a long time ago, it was really cool, and honestly, I kind of want them to bring back the old one with some new twists, but, like, I also want them to have 2 additional ones. It would be really nice to have in Warframe, seeing that you have everything else, but I don't know exactly how that's going to span out. So, like, you'll have the raid. You have the first raid, which is again the 3 sets of missions that you go back to back to back. I think currently they already have stuff like that, so it might be, what do you really want to do? It might just be one super long mission that you have to play with, what was it, 6, 8 people? We'll say 8. It might have been 12. I don't think so. I think it might have been 8. Not gonna lie. 8 people. So, you know, we'll say 8 people for right now. And then with that, actually, was that my regular Sevagoth? Please tell me that wasn't my regular Sevagoth. It was my regular Sevagoth, you son of a gun. No wonder things were going slow. I was like, damn. Yeah, so it is 60 Warframes. My brain. I was wondering why things were just kind of a little bit off. My bad. But hey, that means my old Sevagoth was still really good. Slow Ghosts. Really? I only have 50% power strength on that one. I did put Equilibrium on. And yeah. And Sevagoth's Shadow. Reaper Blessing. Yeah, okay. And Claws. Exposure. Did I put Rage on him? I did, alright. Yeah, that was one of my gripes about his shadows. I'm not getting enough health. Although what I could do for Sevagoth is for the Ghost, I could get the duration up a lot more and then make it so that I put Blood Altar on or Well of Life, and then that way if I do go down, I still have a way to get back up. So, because you need the first two abilities. Actually, I could do that. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I know I'm all over the place without a host. I'm just kind of, but you know what? It is what it is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut the stream early just because I don't have enough time for another mission to slide in there. So we're gonna cut this early. Thanks for watching. I know I've been rambling and ranting and going over the new stuff. I'm excited. We will be definitely live streaming the entire thing, or at least try to be. I know I'm going to be playing it, and by the time you see the live stream, I should definitely have the new frame. Another thing I want to say is we are definitely going to be thinking about doing a live stream reaction during Tenno Con. So if you do like what you see, definitely watch with us, watch it later. Hell, it is what it is. If we get no one watching, hey, you know what? Podcast starts somewhere, so might as well start here. Thank you all for watching. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification whenever we upload. You're the first to know, unless YouTube says no. In which case, we're going to be moving to Rumble, because we know that they take going live serious. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.